This room is based on version 2 of Boss of the Sucks competition by Splunk. Start machine. Type down 2017. Yeah, so these rooms. This is a 1,500 celebration tomorrow. So let's see. I was thinking we would download more files, but there was just one. Bots V2 dataset. The data included in this app was generated in August of 2017. Few Windows endpoints. Instrumented with Splunk Universal Forwarder and Splunk Stream. The forwarders were configured. The best practice of Windows includes monitoring, including full system deployment, and best practice for Windows event logging. The environment include a Palo Alto Network Next Generation Firewall capable to provide best practice services. So required to provide network-based IDS. The information is from the longest hunting Splunk app. This on GitHub. It is recommended you complete the Splunk 101 room. Is that the one we did? Yeah, because it's called Splunk Basics here, so I didn't recognize it. So, before moving forward, deploy the virtual machine. Yes, and we did. So, just confirming that this is the same. So let's just copy that. You need to refresh the page until Splunk loads. So, diving into the data. And let's actually open up the second tab here. So it took some time last time. Should we let this one go? It's just data and searching. It's very basic, but I didn't have a screenshot of this. So let's actually do that. Let's actually zoom out a bit. So I kind of want. I guess this is good enough. And let's just F4 a bit of it here. Like this. Still on the same page on tab. An example there of how it looks too. It didn't have the main look of it. Which I'm assuming will pop up here. Yeah, this definitely looks different. We don't have that thing on the side because we're already in the search here. It hopped there automatically. So let's go back to the main page here, right? And let's save this thing with a little more zoomed in, prettier look. There. Yeah, and I keep forgetting that it's actually on the screen that I have the notes now. Example data. Add data to log file, for example, and I'm actually going to hop up to the top bit and hop over to the first room and actually grab the little guide from there for adding data. So to upload. Come on. So add data to upload, because that's what it was actually called. And that's little steps there. Select source type, select index, and host to be associated with the logs. This is really the only usable. Review all the GIF. Select the index with load with dump. Yeah. Final step. Where the data is uploaded successfully and ready to be analyzed. Also very superfluous. So let's just delete that and then just see if I can do this. Yeah. Get rid of all that horrible bold. So my tummy's starting to think of food. That's what I'm thinking of. I wonder if that was 2 machines ago that expired now. It can't be this one. Well, this one, we're actually in this now, so it's probably that one. We haven't been doing the Splunk one for 2 hours, so I don't think it was that. Actually, let's see if this one is still awake. Or if it's died. Maybe these are not as long as others. Maybe it was 2 hours ago. I don't think so, but it felt like that one was much quicker than the one before. Let's just close this anyway, because we're done with it. It seems slow. Splunk 812. What was the other tab? 826. So this one is actually older. Note. Yeah. We didn't need to read all of that. Before moving forward, the Splunk machine from the textbooks of our Firefox web browser and navigate to Splunk instance. As we did. Yeah, I just hopped up there right now, I remember. I was like, I read this. In this exercise, used through the persona of Alice Bluebird. Alice successfully assisted Wayne Enterprises and was recommended to Grace Hoppy at Trophy to assist them with their recent issues. The SPL, Splunk Search Processing Language. What kind of ends do we have? The command metadata can be used to search the same kind of information that is found in the data summary. The bonus of being able to search a specific index is desired. The time values are returned in time, so to make the output user readable. The val command should be used to provide more human-friendly formatting. Okay, so quick note. F of time. Well, I'll just type because this is not what I want. I use eval to make human readable. Eval command. This example will search the .sv2 index and return a listing of all the source types that can be found, as well as count of events of first time and last time seen. Resources. Let's open the resources. 2017. Metadata command. So, actually, we might TTS this while I go and grab something edible. I'm just gonna microwave something. Maybe not even that. Maybe I'll take some yogurt. So it's like dinner time. So this is a article. And none of these seem very long. Yeah, I think the article is longer. I'm gonna TTS this, and I will go metadata. Such a bad one.
I'm here but reading so effing.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. The metadata command offers a list of sources, data types. From specified index or distributed source appear. Maybe we should look at the images of that one, right? So let's actually close that first and then look at the images. Is this like not useful data? Metadata type, source types, index made. So I guess this is what we're looking at, but metadata. There's also a pipe there, but I think it was there on the other one too, right? It's more like a 1, part of the search field. Here. It isn't actually a pipe there. This looks like it, right? So, actually, let's do like metadata. That seems to be the thing. And the count. So I have yogurt and I have like a few questions there. Can you regret crushing them? So actually, we also have a little bit of not exactly the day of the month because that was yesterday, but I'll take actually have less. Let me see. So I'm gonna type the stuff in the screenshot. So metadata type equals source types. And then they have index equals main. And we'll have to try this later, right? To see. And did they have this in the text somewhere? So I'm stupid to do this. As you can see, no, I can't see anything on that. This is stupid. First time, last time. Okay, so from every source type, we can see crazy time formats. Why would you want these time formats ever? So, doing a little epoch time conversion to terminated data. Why is it not visible there for the right time? That sounds crazy. And no data. Then we're gonna look at this. The screenshot. Zoom because it's tiny.
Time
Metadata
format in
type
DBS is a pain.
hosts.
There is a conversion.
Yeah. So I added this use LL before
In
that it
function
said
of
in the
OS.
text. Yes, but that doesn't matter. Here it has a first time column. Make it readable. I mean, the people who made this column, they're human. I think it's bad. Bad. Type
Nah,
equals.
in Wireshark is same.
Nah, you just change the format of it in the
Is
menus.
simpler, and user can fix it.
Yeah, you can just set the format type of time, and then it's. And I think the default
42, D.
default is actually user readable format, human readable format. Type equals hosts. So I'm just putting down what it says there. Index equals OS. Well, we'll have to test run these things. see what on earth happens. So, but you should be able to see this format too, of course. But they could have two columns then, one with human readable and one, and you can select which one to show. And it could be in a set time format, like they said in TryHackMe their answer in GMT, you know. I almost want to open up Wireshark too.
Note.
It's pretty 3D.
This is the universal format.
So can we
Especially in
see them?
DBs.
So eval last seen now minus recent time. Gosh. Is there a
You need to use strftime
multiplication?
function to convert.
A sort of time.
A UC? Lol, exactly.
Yeah. Field format. So let's see. That's the best I can get. Let's actually screenshot this screenshot when it's zoomed up. Here we have all these things that I think look like pipes, but maybe there actually are some kind of pipes that you can make several. So it's still not really readable, is it? So if you ever make an article like this, don't make this crappy screenshots. It's just strange. This is what Splunk.com too. Couldn't they have better screenshots? What? So now this is like some kind of graph, so I'm not that interested. But we better look at it. I didn't actually look at the data for the last one.
That is for picky clients graphs.
First event equals picky clients. Okay. So I'm like, graphs are boring. Numbers are better, but sometimes they could be useful to see like this, right? But you would see this as a high number. But if it's like
Ooh,
clumping stuff together, I'm thinking if I should screenshot this thing or not.
graphs are the illustration of events in the client's environment.
Yeah, but the numbers will illustrate the same thing in a prettier way. It all depends on your preferences, right? So since I can't decide, I'm grabbing this, and maybe it'll be useful later when I understand it better. So
Steady graphs are making them sleep well, while big spikes are making them go crazy.
uh, oh, what about this one then? So I don't remember all the things that it read, right? While I was grabbing food. T-stats count where indexer was earliest. Stats media.
Well, from here you need to
Join.
remember that from certain data sets you can make graphs.
Yeah, of course. And sometimes you might need it even if you don't like it yourself. So I could have grabbed a little version of this. This is the actual size. Imagine we can actually read this little thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this too. So just to have a little example of what this was actually
Yay. Well,
the
mostly is
thing.
not to my own liking, but what clients asked statistically, based on the security incidents they had.
Yeah. So let's grab a little bit of this too. And put it after its actual and actually do the same with the first one too, because it had also data. So I wrote this one down and I wrote this one down. This text. No, this one and this one. Yeah. How to be a bit logical about this in a illogical way. I actually want to see the text, that's why I'm zooming this time. So let's grab so we can see the top there and let's see that there is data. I don't care much more. We can see the headers in here too, right? So we have, come on, where's the darn cursor? So better make a little new line there and there. So they're clumped together. And close that. So let's actually TTS this one too. So I have the
Splunk Enterprise versions higher than version 9.4.2 are documented on our new documentation portal only. To get started, see the Splunk Enterprise page on help.splunk.com and the Splunk Enterprise 9.4.3 release notes. For information about how version selection works in the new portal, see version selection on the About This site page. Metadata. Description. The metadata command returns a list of sources, source types, or hosts from a specified index or distributed search peer. The metadata command returns information accumulated over time. You can view a snapshot of an index over a specific time frame, such as the last 7 days, by using the time range picker. See usage. Syntax. Metadata type equals metadata type index specifier. Splunk underscore server equals WC string Splunk underscore server underscore group equals WC string, data type. Required arguments. Type. Syntax, type equals host sources source types. Description, the type of metadata to return. This must be one of the 3 literal strings, hosts, sources, or source types. Optional arguments. Index specifier. Syntax, index equals index underscore name. Description, specifies the index from which to return results. You can specify more than one index. Wildcard characters, asterisk, can be used. To match non-internal indexes, use index equals star. To match internal indexes, use index equals underscore star. Example, metadata type equals host index equals cs asterisk index equals na asterisk index equals ap asterisk index equals eu asterisk. Default, the default index, which is usually the main index. Splunk
So
underscore server.
the one with
Syntax,
main was
Splunk
not
underscore server
necessary.
equals WC string. Description, specifies the distributed search peer from which to return results. If you are using Splunk Cloud Platform, omit this parameter. If you are using
Yeah,
Splunk
I'm not
Enterprise,
gonna
you can specify only
all of that. So Splunk server group, data type options, usage. So let's actually make it visible, right? The image is also zoomed.
Usage. The metadata command is a report generating command. See command types. Generating commands use a leading pipe character and should be the first command in a search.
So
Although the
it is a
metadata command
pipe.
fetches data from all peers, any command run after it runs only on the search head. The command shows the first, last, and most recent events that were seen for each value of the specified metadata type. For example, if you search for metadata type equals hosts, your results should look something like this.
Let's grab some more information from here. Metadata command. So metadata source type index.sv2, which is what this was called. First time strf time and the format. So format time, okay, string format time in the format. I get it. And what time to use, and call it the same thing. Okay. The same thing here too. So first, last, and reset time. Sort minus total count. So if I click here, will it start the next one? Let's grab this thing first. So there are pipes, just as it looked like. Was what it looked like. So, putting this one first in the notes. I didn't open the next one. The question below are from the BOTS V2 dataset, questions 100 to 104. Some additional questions were added. In this task, we attempt to help guide you to each question's answer. Note the approach outlined in the task is not the only approach to tackle each question. Reading the questions below, the focus is on Amber Turing and her communication with her computer. Okay. Question 1. The first objective is to find out what competitor website she visited. What is a good starting point? So I don't remember anything about her after all this information. So nothing much there. Alice Bluebird, unlist. Yeah, I don't think it was much more information. Well, so the first objective is to find out what competitor website she visited. What is a good starting point? When it comes to HTTP traffic, the source and destination IP addresses should be recorded in logs. I'm just going to check time. That's long. Because I got food and everything, right? I can start with the following command. So let's hop over there. So we have the data. How can we see this? Let's like click stuff and look around. So we can't see all. I want to set up my own Splunk to test stuff. Obviously free version. But I think that Secure Live said something about you pay, like, there's some way to do it without having to pay. When you have it locally. I can ask him. I'll ask him what he suggests. He's just taken a few certs for Splunk too. He has not abandoned. So it'd be cool to see him back on Twitch. So what do we have here? Reports. Scheduled time. So there are scheduled reports. Not installed. So those were like the dashboards. What if we click here? Will we get to the main page? Now we get to the search again. This one also has a lot of messages. The other one had 3. And this older one, more. Settings. I kind of liked when we loaded the data in ourselves. But it will be repetition to do it the same again. So let's just type. Or rather copy and paste. Serial events. Let's see what event will return. Look at the events on the first page. Amber's IP address is visible. So do we have to load something in here? We only have these. So we're not going to install any apps. We just want to see what there is here, right? So copy paste this time. Amber. Yeah, so we're going to remove this. And there's still nothing. And this is maybe because of the time frame, right? So they didn't mention this. Let's do all time. So I recognize this from other places. Amber. So that wasn't mentioned here. Then we'd have to set this. Good thing everybody uses same UI. Look at the events on the first page. First page. Like I'm gonna read all of these. How many are there? So here we have a sender. What does this one look if it's... No? Okay. So it's definitely not just that the first one was expanded in some way. It is different. Mm. So they're all from the same log farm. Not these ones, ready stream. And a different host too. And this is pan traffic as a source type. I'm tired. Let's drink this. Mango didn't really taste much. Mango doesn't taste much though, so I guess it's correct. So they used to have orange and they stopped. It was too bad. It was so good. It was too good. And see what events are returned. Look at events on the first page. Number IP address is visible in the events related to PAN traffic, but it's not straightforward. To get your IP address, you can hone in on the PAN traffic source type specifically. Come on. Source type PAN traffic. I'm like, there's so many. Why should we do that? I don't think it's useful. From here, you should have unpersonal IP address. You can build a new query using this information. It would be best if you use the HTTP source type in your new query. HTTP stream. Hmm. So I guess her IP is this because this. So let's look at another one too. Yeah, let's make it easy. What? Let's take something. What's up? Why doesn't it do what I'm expecting? If I click here, expect it to open this one too, not to close anything else. This is horrible. I hate that. I want to have both open to compare. Yeah. Other destination IP. 211. How can I even know which one it was that I had open? I'm like,
TryHackMe bug?
no, it's just how this version of Splunk works, obviously, but it's old, you know. It's 1,499 days. This room. And you can see the example. This is from 2017. This data is from 2017. So, so it's probably much better now, but annoying. Well, we have her IP here, right? So let's just copy this. And I have to scroll up to add stuff. Wow! First clicking it minimized, it didn't do what I wanted it to, which is actually end up here. So let's do IP instead. And they want to just filter it. So why? Yeah, it's just slow. It was like no results. Why? They wanted to set source type stream HTTP. So let's just see stream ARP. So here we have ARP. So this is much better. We can see all the things. There's TCP. So if we would have done the suggested one at once, we wouldn't have seen this information. So I'm trying now to just click anywhere to be able to page down here. No, we were at the last one. Lost. Well, I guess we do source type stream with HTTP. So let's copy that. Actually use a bar and hop back here. Yeah, right. So, and it seems not to really care if we use these or not. So will it hop to page 1 or 2? That's what I'm mostly interested in now. But this is such an old version, so it's not even relevant. So it did hop to 2, did it? No, it's not done. So let's hop back here while it's thinking. So I never searched for this because they were already all over the place. So this is the search we did now, only with no these and no uppercase. So after the square executes, there are many events to sift through for the answer. How else can you narrow this down? What narrow down? I don't have a question to answer. Am I supposed to go down here and answer these meanwhile? Amber Turing was hoping for Frothley to be acquired by a potential competitor, which fell through. But visit their website to find contact information for their executive team. What is the website domain? Okay, so this is the question we're supposed to do. Fine then. Let's see if it actually did anything. I don't think so. So let's. Yeah, it kind of looks busy, right? Can I click here? Is it alive? So if we click this instead. I would assume this would add this to the search. That's my purpose of clicking. And it is not supposed to be dead yet, because it has 1 hour and 3 minutes left, and 11 seconds. So it might just be dead. So in some rooms, at least now, the questions are they always at the end? All of them? No, I don't think so. I think they're like in between stuff. So you don't have to read the answer or the hints for the question. But I guess the first one is supposed to be guided, and then we're supposed to probably do them without help. No? Not? So it's the same style. So I want to learn about Splunk. I don't care much about answering questions. But if they will teach me, that is good. But if it just hangs and nothing happens, it seems very dead. Let's just terminate this one. We didn't actually do anything really. Let's just grab the. Can I even copy this search? Let's see. As it is in my browser? Yes. So it is stopped. Let's start it again. I'm gonna get a new IP in a minute. Right, 40,000. Sometimes I feel like you should be doing 2 at once just to get rid of this problem, right? Waiting, waiting. So we will see this even if we hop back to where we were. So let's stop there. And so to be able to search for this, first of all, I had to change the time to all time. Because it searched the last 24 hours. And we had to like be 1,500 days ago, right, to be even close. Do we have an IP? Yes. So 9,596. Let's see. So this is what's supposed to happen. We're actually supposed to get data back. So if it's like die several times, then we will skip this room. Which will mean that we will have to answer as we're doing a path, answer the questions by getting a walkthrough. But I hope we'll be able to do this. No results yet found, and it's on all time now. So let's delete this bit. And we have now 495 events matched. No, much more. 0 off. That's what it was. So let's actually add this back. But I'm going to be like careful with the formatting. Source type. And I copied this from in there. And let's see if we get answers only slowly. Yeah. And if we change this back to HTTP, will we also get answers? Yes. And if we remove these, syntax is interesting to know. Yeah, it still works. So it was just that maybe it hadn't started fully. Maybe I was too quick. Or it was just that it was the first query to it at all. I didn't hop to the main page first, I just changed the IP. So, so we're supposed to look for a web page, Vinedale.com, but we want a 3 letters dot domain dot 3 letters. So Vinedale sounds like something. Yeah, I'm gonna add it. If I just put this here, this is a cookie, right? EM. So the site is EM here. And this is www, which is 3 letters. So let's try that one. Oh, do you see it as dot dot? Mm, no, it's not the right one. Let's make it faking the right length by putting another dot in there. So something else. So I guess we want to we wanted to show us that one. So let's click site. Come on. Just click. Count is going down quite a lot. This is 86%. I'll try this one. Loading, loading, loading. Let's see, is there anything else? Microsoft is not the right kind of company. It stopped now, right? So I'm like just F5ing the page. So maybe they were just there once, or she. So next time we enter something, it will actually look. So I want to say events with this field. Yes, sure. So site equals star. Now let's add like star.com. Yeah, it always, I'm always think that it's no results. Windows update. Oh, Microsoft. It might not be .com though. Oh, we kind of found it, I think. That's probably it. So, it was Bear. Amber found the executive contact information to send him an email. What image file displayed the executive contact information? So, we are looking for beartbeer.com. And I guess I think that this like did a general search when you put the IP here. And we want that for this too, but now we don't want this anymore. We're still looking at the IP address, but that's right. So let's actually remove all of this again. Her name to write is Amber. If she sends a mail, that should be in there. I'm not being illogical at all, I'm just testing stuff. See if this works to search like this. Doesn't seem to anything happening. So they actually have suggested to do the search I did. Okay, let's go back.
Dylan Kaiser says, "Hi, fixed it."
Hi, welcome in. How are you? Yeah, and here we just replace this with.
I'm good. Just completed a machine off Vulnhub.
Ah, nice. Nice. So maybe there were not that many. Did we have
Yeah,
like
I still
pages?
use Vulnhub. It's how I got started.
Okay, cool. Oops, what did I do? What did I click? Let's just go back. Click something here. So, I haven't done a lot of Vuln, but I think like you have to spin the machines up yourself, right? Am I thinking of the right place? Um, so what if we do this? What can we see then? Is there any more information? No? So let's see what they were thinking here, right? So where did we stop reading? Somewhere here. Okay, so they're like adding stuff like this. Expand the search query only to return the site field. Okay, but they put keyword site twice? You can remove duplicate entries and display the search nicely in a table. Okay, so that's why they have twice. Okay, so we can pipe. Okay, so it is actually a pipe to pipe. So let's actually try this one. So let's copy this again. There. So yeah, I should. The thing is, there's so many places to learn from, and so missing or malformed messages. This is what we copied. Oh, they didn't put the IP address. Okay. So of course it's. Oh, also the site. No, it's supposed. We're supposed to not know the site name here. So what is wrong with this thing? Yeah, let's just use our old search. Actually, I can't seem to be able to undo here. This is how I searched for site. But let's do pipe keyword testing now if it's actually case sensitive, as it's written with uppercase. Now we use uppercase. So this might be so many things, as this machine is years and years old. So let's just this is my last search. But let's continue reading here. So we're supposed to be able to do something like this. You must substitute keyword with Splunk commands to remove duplicate entries and display the output. So I'm so annoyed now. The first keyword is to remove duplicate entries, and the second is to display the output in table format. The results returned show the URI is visited, but which website is the one that you're looking for? To help answer the question, does it work for what industry? Bear. The number in the same industry, and they're called Bear too. Bear. The computer website should be clear, visible, and output. Let's see if we can actually do this. I'm just annoyed at this. Why don't they show these? Are we not supposed to learn? So, do we have to look at their, like, help? Splunk command to upload. So, we Google this. Dedupe. Okay. Now I kind of want to do it anyway. So let's go with my command I had here again. And let me pipe this to dedupe. Site. And the second was to display the output in table format. Why would I want that? So I'm just changing format output table for an object. Shouldn't have to do this. I should be learning from TryHackMe. They shouldn't be asking me the question. They should be telling first, right? Finding some stuff, fine, but this is too much. I could just read the manual, not to say a bad word there, which I almost did. Uh, just table. Yeah, kind of sort that from the other one, but I wanted to get a little more information. So, table, site. And then we're going to remove site and see what happens. Okay, why table? Why do we want this in a table? I wouldn't call this a table as it only has one. This is like a workaround
Christy says.
to only show
Easier
that.
to export.
Yeah, so what I wanted to do rather than this, if we go back here, so we already have the answer right from reading these with my search, which was different. So how do I just choose one of these data? So this is for removing the full field thingy there.
And
Oh,
fit it inside Fortinet, for example, and block all the domains. For example,
okay, yeah. So what happened now? Show fields. So sometimes it acts funny, but it's old. So I can't really. Maybe we shouldn't be using this one as it's so old. So 2017. You realize how many years that is? And I'm using an ancient Splunk here. But still, I have learned a bit, and I'm assuming this will just be so much smoother. So if I click host here now, and that is this. It is site that I want.
ha ha ha.
Translated from Tagalog.
So what if we say that this is selected?
Is the same.
It is the same. Okay. So is it totally the same? Can I like just list all of these? Top values by time, rare values, events with this field. I don't want any of this. I want to list all of them. All the different values here. I want to do this, but with all of them. Isn't there an easier way to do this than to output this as a table? So let's go back to ChatGPT. Is there a better way to get
Ask
all
GPT for
the...
query.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Is there a better way to get all the unique sites listed than making a table? Let's just ask that without, using stats or values function instead of the duplicate table. This is cleaner, faster, especially if you don't care about listing unique sites. For example, stats value site as unique sites. Count. Stats count by site. This looks interesting. Because the thing we're missing from this information here, right, is the count. But we already have deduped it, so it will be 0 there. But this, here we can see the numbers, right, the count. So stats sounds boring, but now we actually have a table with a number to us, just 2 columns. So we still got a table. I just want it as a list, or even in a line, or whatever format I want to tell it to be in. So we already have the answer. We're just trying to get this. By the way, 20 per page. Oh, why 20 per page? That's stupid. Why did it jump to that just suddenly? So here's our beer. I don't know why it popped up earlier for me, because of the way it was sorted. So how many of the beer did we have? 12. So how possible is it ever just to have one? That's not very likely. You know, any web page you go to have a million images, right? And stuff. And script files and everything. I'm just checking that everything seems good with stream. And somehow it already was 5 hours. So, let's continue. Yeah, right. I was thinking I might want to read that later. So, um, let's put these into the notes, and with these I mean also
5 hours,
old
yes.
one.
You and Pebble are the champions of Twitch science. D.
Oh, is he still going? Is he still going? So I was planning like 8 hours. We'll see. I don't want to be up too late either. It's 22 now, so.
Yeah, just peeked inside.
Nice. How is it going with it? He also made a like vote or what it's called. I don't remember about um. Let's just make that one line. Oh, the star. Yeah, I definitely need to do this. Oh. Um. Like, will he get user TXT this stream? So let's check. So I don't like that they wrote keyword like this, and then they say just what it is. So we have to find it ourselves. I just want to list like from here. This is where I'm learning from. I could have read the manual for Splunk, but this is what I'm reading. Then I want knowledge in here. I don't want just questions. I want knowledge and then questions, or rather knowledge and then tests. And we found the executive contract information, sending lesson two. Yeah, we didn't find this yet. Since you know the competitor website, you can start more specific search query. And this is what I did before I started looking here. So I was just going back to that, and that's when I thought I was gonna read from the top. So let's hop back to the VM, and let's see if I have this left, or if I like oopsie. If I removed it all by going, yeah, I think it's all gone. So after this, if we scroll down like 3 or something, or 4, a few down at least, I was just skipping the Microsoft ones, and then we'll have the here Burke beer. So I just copied this, and I just added it here, and I removed this. So then we have index equals IP address, source stream, HP, competitor website. So this is what they suggested I search for. You can expand on your search query to output a specific field you want to table format based on the image. You have the CEO's last name, but not his first name. Yeah, what image? PNG. So here we have a CEO Burke. But I guess that's not it. Well, it's not odd if it's called birth, I guess. So let's check, see what they suggest here. You have the CEO's last name, not the first. Maybe you can get the name in the email communication. You can now draw your attention to email SMTP, but you need Amber's email address. You should be able to get this on your own. Once you have Amber's email address, you can now build a search query. Let's just assume his name is Burke, right? And it's Burke Beer. So this is what I was doing just before let's remove this and let's put Amber instead. Right, maybe Amber adds. Oh, so we already get stuff up here. Amber Yahoo, Amber E. Let's Amber. No results. So let's see if we can find anything with our name. And it is again 20. Why? Why can't it go 100 even now? Yeah, I should do something better. Let's just try. No? What's my keyboard? I can't type at. Is this our email? It doesn't sound like an email. Yeah, it's our account name. So those other ones seemed much more like Yahoo. Yes, Yahoo. My God, I can't see. It's too tiny. I should have like zoomed in again. .h. Let's just do Amber Yahoo. So, nothing? Why did it hop up there before? Stream SMB. This is interesting. So all the things we clicked also before are disappeared. because I went back. So, source type not equals PAM traffic. Come on, I have to click it. Okay. So I'm feeling this takes too much time, right? So here we have the login name. Let's remove an event log too. Because there are quite a lot of those. Okay. Oh. I guess I have to click it, and then we remove application. And then we do exclamation. And then we found stuff. If they mean that's her email address, I'm annoyed. Officially. Well, here's her username at least, right? In that format. And here too. So I'm just kind of assuming though it would be. So I should actually drink this yogurt. So if I click somewhere else, so can I click? No, I can't do these. Since it's highlighted, I should call it. So we have tested a few things. What I really want to do now is to see if there's anything we can learn from this, but it's not the format it is in. It's not in a learning format. So I'm thinking if we have Amber should be in there maybe, right? the IP address should be what sent the email. We should really have the email in here. We just have 15 thingies. And I don't think any of these are. This is not SMTP, right? We have SMB. We have semantic traffic. We were SMB. Semantic. All of the rest. And SMB. So it's not here, right? So I've just removed two types that was clearly not what we wanted. So let's add in instead let's plus this and stream is it dot, right? Is it colon? It is colon S, and we can't tab here. I have to click it. It feels very, very bad. And let's instead now do birth only. And I don't think there's any traffic including your IP. No, thought so. So instead, let's just do Berk and Amber. So we're interested in mail between these two. Don't need to know our email address. Webmail. Okay, okay. Emma Burke. Multi-part. It's just one. Just one. Subject. From Frost.lee. So she's not actually in there except for that. So this traffic is from Amber's. We still have one. So what was the Amber found information sent him an email. What image file displays it? Oh, I should have saved that. First and last name. CEO's email address. So you should always look at all the questions. I think I will fill the rest in. So as I am searching here for this, so I'm assuming we need this in there, right? So Burke Beer includes Burke too, so I don't think it's in the SMTP. So what if we remove Burke and get all the SMTP? Okay, that's a lot. So how come here we have her mail address, which is one of the questions. I think. No? No, it's not. Yeah, this is too much. So I feel I'm wasting my time when I spend this much time on an older machine, which is from 2017. So I'm going to look at the walkthrough for hopefully one which has both knowledge and not just the answers, right? So let's see if this one is good. Yeah, they're like, I do this, I do that. It's not just, here's their text, here's the answers. Yeah, that's good. So probably that one is good. We've got an AI overview too. So if there's something here that is learning, then we will add it. And if there's something new to test, we will test it. So I don't know what questions we are. Just scroll down there. We have that one. Yeah, I saw this one. I didn't write it down because I didn't know it was one of the answers. And I'm not going to look for it again. And then we have the CEO's name. Yeah. Show us raw text. Oh gosh, there's more information in the raw text. I thought everything was in there. That is not nice. Do you know how much I looked at that? I was like, there's just one mail. I can't do anything with this one mail. There's no more information in here. Then we can just click show with raw text. Oh my god. Here we have Martin Burke. So that's a good learning. It is not showing all the information. After the initial contact with the CEO, another employee. I'm just gonna open that up again. Here. Yeah, they're just checking. Oh, well, we're on the next question. Looking for email. Oh. Well, we don't need that to that. There was a name of the file attachment. Yeah, but that. Oh, okay. There's another one. Okay. So we want to fly through this retired path and go on to Mahler stuff. That's why I don't think it is worth it to. Let's see, was there anything more here? Oh, personal email address. This is a portal company email very basics for encoded. Ah, so stop back here and read this, but it's these not really guided, not really telling us what to do, not teaching, but actually just slight hints. That's what I would say. And I want this to be a learning room, right? Not get any information on actually what to do, how to solve the problem. We'll attempt to tackle no text questions. Splunk answers, first task. First, let's identify what version of Tor. Let's look at the questions, right? So, Tor browser ever installed. Yeah. So I'm not going to do these. It's more of the same. It will be work the same. Reading these will give us some information like this, yeah, right? That's a nice thing to put in the notes as an example. Example searches. I should have put the other one here too, but I can do that later, or should we just move them? We never did really the metadata. Why did they talk about metadata and then not use it? I was thinking that's where they were going then. As they sent us 2 links on it. Maybe it's in later questions. I don't know. I don't know. So it is just table in dedupe again. Stream DNS. So we know how stream works now, right? But this is another nice example, right? We can add it to the notes. So we'll have to fix it though again. There. So I'm thinking, do I even want this? By source count by source IP. So let's count. We already have that in there. Here's another one. So select. Yeah. Sorry for this being so boring. This is why we are skipping a bit, because too much of the same. We don't want a million questions on an ancient thing. So I would have hoped for learning room, not a dig through stuff forever. So I'm just gonna grab them now. Sorry for boring again. We'll soon be done with this. So let's, as this one is a little bit longer, I'm just keep hitting USB. Answer. Okay. What programming language? Find events. Yeah, these are crazy many steps. Oh my god, I'm so glad I didn't do this. This is worse than the event log stuff. So that wasn't the right answer, by the way. It couldn't paste this one. I'll try typing then. 2017 0117. Yeah, it's not even all the letters. So 1701. Let's try different versions of typing this in. No. Year, month, day. Year 2017 dash and month is 01 and day 17. And third time I pasted it, I typed it in, and I typed it in again. This is horrible. These old rooms. I'm sorry. I want to finish it, so that's why I even do this. I want to finish the talk. So yeah, no learning stuff. Maybe here. Examine the execution of malware contained in the zip file. Right, so okay, it's just sample. Sample submission links. Let's so we're going to do Elder Splunk stuff instead later. We're going to install Splunk and actually run it instead of doing these stupid questions. I'm sorry for the room creator. Well, they didn't make these, right? They just copied them. So let's see if that works. Whoa, I'm so happy that worked. It's not like I could have typed that in myself. Within the document. Also, I can't copy from. Yeah, it's on my machine. Right. So I can actually cyber ECA. It's almost done. It's these. This is probably the last question. So in this room, you navigated through this one bus of the site, which is from 2017, and this is why we pasted the answers mostly, and also because lots of questions. Well, I didn't like that one. So if it had a mark, it would get a big minus. And I don't care enough. Let's go to Active Directory stuff now. So I really hope this is good. Let's see how old it is to start with. So this is almost 2000 days old. 2000 days old. So why is it not auto-joining? Let's go to the dashboard. This one is not finished. So yeah, so now it updated. Just F5ing it a bit. So let's do resume learning. And now we're joined into this one. 99% of corporate networks run off the AD. Can you exploit a vulnerable domain controller? Active directory. So as less, most of this has been blue. This feels like a very red in comparison. And also since it is, yeah, do you realize how nice of a room this is? So we're going to enumerate stuff, we're going to exploit using Kerberos, and we're going to do more enumeration and domain privilege escalation. So now we're actually back to, I think the rest of stream will be 80. So I think I'm going to change the name. To this room's name. Because this I'm going to do very carefully. And don't want to miss anything. I might know it all. I hope I don't know it all. And I'll be making a lot of great notes. So